Greetings everyone, this is Oscar, and I've got a question for you guys. How many of you are excited for the new Fantastic Four reboot? Yeah, I thought so. But you know what is weird? This movie has been in production since 2012, and there is so much that we still don't know about the movie. Aside from a few casting announcements, some interviews with the cast and crew, and a few leaked pictures here and there is still very little known about this new reboot, and thus far there have been no teaser trailer, no official trailer, no officially released photos or concept art have been released to the public. And since the movie is scheduled to be released on August 7th, 2015, you would have at least expected to see a teaser trailer by now. But nope. However, there are some bits of info about this movie that have been released, so I've taken the liberty to gather all the factual information that have been released about this movie thus far, so that you will get a general idea of what this movie will be like. Now, it has been said by both the director and the producers that this movie will take inspiration and influences from the Ultimate Fantastic Four comic book. And that is kind of cool. I really enjoyed the Ultimate Fantastic Four comic when it was first released back in the early 2000s. It was a really interesting take on the Fantastic Four. They took a few key elements that had been present in the original Fantastic Four comic and gave them an interesting twist, most notoriously making the Fantastic Four a lot younger, which explains why the actors they have casted for this movie are so young from what we would normally see. 20th Century Fox has confirmed that this will be a found footage movie. Normally, I would have been a bit concerned about it, since I'm not a very big fan of found footage movies. Because in my humble opinion, there are few good movies within this genre. And because most of the time it looks like the cameraman for this kind of movie has a severe case of Parkinson's disease. But the director of this movie is Josh Trank, and he has done some really good work within the found footage genre, most notably Chronicle. So I believe that we will see something really impressive in terms of a found footage movie. Simon Kinberg, one of the writers for this movie, has said that this movie will have a much more grounded and gritty realistic tone to it. Okay, I think I know what they're going for with this, and I don't have a problem with a movie being more realistic. Heck, back in the day when Marvel Comics became Marvel Comics, they were known to take a more realistic approach towards how their stories were written, how their science was done in the comics, and actually giving their characters real-world problems. However, grounded and gritty are not the first words that comes to mind when thinking of the Fantastic Four, because the name is the Fantastic Four, not the Grounded Gritty Gang. But for all I know, this could work. I mean, the grounded and gritty thing worked well for Superman. As far as story goes, it will be a coming-of-age story, as well as a superhero origin story, where the four main characters are granted superpowers due to a lab accident where they were trying to open up a portal to another dimension, much like in the Ultimate Fantastic Four origin. And now they have to band together to save the world and fight Dr. Doom. Whatnot. Other than that, not much is known about the rest of the story. We don't know how Dr. Doom fits into the story, we don't know what his plans are, we don't know how the rest of the characters fits into the story, and we have no idea about how the movie will play out. If there had been a trailer out by now, we could have probably guessed how the movie was going to play out. But since there is no such thing, I guess we just have to keep on speculating and make believe. As far as suits are concerned for the FF, we don't know how they are going to look in the movie, since, as I stated earlier, they have not released any official photos or concept art of the suits. However, in an interview with Michael B. Jordan, it was revealed that they won't be wearing their classic blue suits made out of unstable molecules, but they will be wearing containment suits. Let's just move on. As I said earlier, since this movie is influenced by the Ultimate Fantastic Four comic, the main cast will be a lot younger than we have ever seen them before. But have no fear, cause it is truly an amazing cast of young actors that they have gathered to portray the first family of heroes. The main cast consists of Miles Teller, known from movies such as Divergent, Whiplash, and the Spectacular Now will play Reed Richards, the Elastic Mr. Fantastic. Kate Mara, known from the hit Netflix show House of Cards, will be portraying the First Lady of Marvel Comics, Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman. Jamie Bell, best known for his work as Billy Elliot and Tintin, will play my favorite member of the four, Ben Grimm. And it will most definitely be cool to see Jamie step onto the scene as the ever-loving blue-eyed thing. And of course, last but not least, Michael B. Jordan, known for movies such as Chronicle and That Awkward Moment, will play the hot-headed Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. But aside from them being casted in the movie, the specific details about their portrayals have not been released yet. So at the moment, we are still a bit unsure about how this new incarnation of the Fantastic Four will bring the characters to life. And in several interviews with the actors, they have said that they are not allowed to bring comic books onto the set and do any type of research. So this will be completely new interpretations of the classic characters. But of course there are also some other actors that have been brought on to play a few characters that will most certainly affect the story in their own way. First off, we have Reg E. Cathey, who is going to play Dr. Franklin Storm, who is the father of both Sue and Johnny Storm, and who no doubtedly will have some sort of a mentor role to the rest of the Fantastic Four, especially Reed Richards. We also have Tim Blake Nelson, who will play none other than Harvey Elder, aka the Mole Man. But it has been confirmed that in this movie, Harvey is not the Mole Man, nor will he become the Mole Man in this movie anytime soon. As of right now, Harvey will just be another scientist in the movie. But hey, they've scheduled for a sequel in the future, so maybe it's not too late to see the Mole Man just yet. But no superhero story is complete without a villain. And the villain of this movie is Victor Domashev, aka Dr. Doom. And he will be portrayed by Toby Kebbell. Yes, in this movie, Dr. Doom's real name is not Victor Von Doom, but Victor Domashev. The name change doesn't come as a big surprise, since this movie takes inspiration from the Ultimate Fantastic Four comic. And in the Ultimate Universe, Dr. Doom's real name is Victor Van Damme, possibly related to Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I'm still a bit unsure on that. And out of all of the characters in this movie, Doom is actually the one character we know most about. However, I won't go into the details about his new background story, since CJ already made a video about that, so if you are a bit curious about Doom's new origin, then I urge you to check out that video. And there you have it, that is all that we know thus far about the new Fantastic Four reboot. Now you're probably wondering about my opinion on this new reboot. But I won't tell you my opinion since this video is long enough as it is and I don't want to keep you guys any longer than necessary. However, I could make a separate video for that where I sit down and give you guys my honest thoughts about this reboot. Or me and the other guys could get together and have a discussion about this reboot. Whichever. But I do want to hear your guys' thoughts about this reboot. Are you for it or against it? Do you like the direction that they're going with or do you hate it? Please tell me in the comment section below. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Oscar signing off and have a fantastic day guys. See you later.